Hi, I'm Erik Voss, and Avengers Endgame must be setting up a game changer for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with Spider-Man Far From Home suggesting that apparently people who die don't always stay dead. Yup, welcome to the world of comics, general public, where our steaks are served medium non-existent. And it's not just the dusted. Characters like Loki and Gamora, who died dustless deaths, wet deaths, gross, do apparently have futures in the Marvel Universe. Some hints on social media and leaked set photos saying that they might be in Endgame. So what does this mean for our old pal Quicksilver, the freshman Avenger who died way back in Age of Ultron? Could he ever come back? Let's dig into this question, and spoiler warning in case I accidentally reveal anything big and ruin your life. Okay, a lot of the speculation began shortly after Infinity War came out, when some rumors claimed to have spotted Quicksilver actor Aaron Taylor Johnson on the Avengers set in Atlanta, Georgia, suggesting that he was participating in reshoots for the next movie. There were some Twitter accounts, some fan sites. Though I should say that this was never really confirmed. There weren't any leaked photos of him or anything, it was really just gossip. And then some of you have been joining me in my 14,605 rewatches of Avengers Infinity War, claim to have seen a silvery blue streak zipping around the battlefield outside Wakanda. I guess it was kind of like a shooting star that you all wished upon for Quicksilver to come back to life. But nah, those streaks are really blaster shots, or in some cases maybe Thor's Stormbreaker battle axe sweeping through. Last fall, Aaron Taylor Johnson was asked if Quicksilver would ever come back in the MCU, and he responded saying it's not a conversation right now. So here's my take on this. I don't think Quicksilver will return in Avengers Endgame. There are just so many characters already involved with this. And I think that we would have seen some evidence that Quicksilver would be part of the movie in some way, the way that we've seen some leaks and tweets for pretty much everyone else appearing in the movie. And after Quicksilver's death in Age of Ultron, Marvel head Kevin Feige stressed that Quicksilver's death was permanent, and that the decision to kill him off was in every draft of Joss Whedon's script for the movie. Feige admitted that they did shoot an alternate ending with Quicksilver standing among the other Avengers, but they only did that to avoid leaks and spoilers from getting out. All this said, I don't think we're done with Quicksilver in the MCU. Here's why. Dark Phoenix. Remember that movie? It's still coming. Sure, the release date was pushed back again from this month to June, but the whole X-Men gang from the Fox Marvel universe is getting at least one more movie, with Jean Grey struggling to contain her Phoenix Force and how that affects her relationship with Charles Xavier, Magneto, Scott Summers, and the rest. Back when I broke down the trailer for Dark Phoenix, a number of shots of a funeral pointed to at least one character dying. A close analysis of the imagery and an application of the process of elimination led me to predict that Mystique, Raven, Jennifer Lawrence would be the one to die. She doesn't appear in the shots that seem to take place after that funeral, or in shots that seem later in the movie when the X-Men are turning on each other, and arguably her death would have the greatest emotional impact on several of these characters. But looking back, there was one more character mysteriously missing from a lot of this trailer. One of the best things to come out of the last two X-Men movies, Peter Maximoff, the X-Men version of Quicksilver, played by Evan Peters. He could be the one in the grave in this trailer. That would be a bit of a bummer, because out of all the characters in the recent X-Men movies, Quicksilver is really the one who already feels, to me, to be speaking with the tone and the humor of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's great, and it would be awesome if he could just join the current Avengers lineup, but just think about that. Play it out. That would set up some really confused looks from Wanda Maximoff. You do not look like my brother. Oh, wait, these movies kind of changed my accent without explanation. You ain't my brother! So, by killing off Quicksilver in the X-Men side of the cinematic universe, along with the already dead one in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the studio can reset the character however they want in the future. Yes, Feige and everyone involved have quashed these rumors of Quicksilver's immediate return, but Feige was really saying those things before the Fox Marvel merger deal was on the table. More recent interviews have showed this guy looking far more giddy at the idea of rebooting the X-Men under the Marvel brand. If Feige really does want to make Marvel Phase 4 all about the X-Men, which I think would be a pretty good idea, of course a new incarnation of Quicksilver will be under consideration. Maybe not as soon as Endgame, but definitely sooner than never. I don't know, which would you prefer? The Evan Peters Quicksilver continuing in his own capacity in future films, even though it probably wouldn't work to line him up with the current Avengers, or a completely new rebooted Quicksilver who can be in Avengers movies? Comment down below with your thoughts, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at EAVoss, and subscribe to this channel, and subscribe to our new podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. If you use the Himalaya app, we'd really appreciate if you subscribe through that, because the more people who sub through Himalaya, the more they can help us release new fun podcast shows. Thank you for watching, and thanks especially for sitting through my new bit of Redneck Scarlet Witch. Ooh, wait, that tastes good. I'll workshop it.
you.